Hello and welcome to a session of Fit Essentials. My name is Shauna. This is Moose behind me. We'll be guiding you through our session today. We're going to be using some free weights and we'll have a spot to be utilizing a long band if you have them. If not, it won't be a big deal. You can utilize and do the movements without. Let's go ahead and come on up to our feet to get started. All right, we're going to start with a little bit of breathing, a little bit of stretching, just to start to warm up the body. So go ahead and bring your feet just underneath the hips. Check in with your toes. You want all 10 toes to be pointing straight ahead. Next, we're going to check in with our midline. Instead of letting the hips rock forward, draw the abdomen in, rock the hips back, and then go ahead and bring just a nice soft bend into the knees. From here, as you exhale, you're going to bring your chin down to the chest and just do a nice slow toe touch. Blow the air out, reaching down for the toes. And then when you're ready to breathe back in, push through the feet, start to come on up to the top and reach those hands up to overhead. Very good. I'm going to go 3 more times. So exhale, reaching down. Inhale, pushing through the feet, coming on up. Nice deep cleansing breaths. Good job. Twice more. Final time. Exhale, chin in, sliding down. Inhale, come on up, standing nice and tall. Reach those arms up to overhead and relax them down. Fantastic. From here, walk the feet just a little bit wider. We're going to go our circular toe touches, also known as our snow globes. So with that soft bend in the knee, just imagine you're inside your own little snow globe. You get to create your world here. I'm going to go 3 times each direction. Soft bend those knees, reaching out to the side. Just inviting your body to open up as you reach sideways. One more time here. Nice and smooth. Engage those glutes as you reach up to overhead. And now we're going to reverse directions. Take it the other way. Nice and long. Not forcing anything, just gently feeling the outsides of your reach. Number 2 here. Engaging those glutes, coming on up to overhead. And final time. Reaching through. Circling around. Go ahead and bring those arms down and rest. Excellent. From here, just get a nice little light bounce in the body. And now we're going to start by just gently twisting through our torso. Let the arms be heavy at your sides and start by allowing them just to float away from the body. Imagine your body's like a tree. Maybe you're a nice big willow tree and your arms are the branches here. Very good. A couple more times, side to side, nice and relaxed. And then we're going to keep this motion going, but we're going to start to bend at the elbows and allow the hands to gently tap front of the torso and back of the torso. See if you can time that tapping with the arms with your exhale. So as the arms tap against the torso, gently blow the air out. Good. Allowing the head and neck to turn as well. We're going to keep this motion going still. And now the front hand's going to move to the upper part of the lunge, just in front of the shoulder. The area of the thumb is going to tap right in front of the chest. Good. Back hand still taps the lower torso. Excellent. This is really good to warm up your spine. Just get general blood flow, the fluid that lives around your spinal cord, your cerebral spinal fluid. This helps encourage that flow through that area. Very nice. And now we're going to move that front hand back down to the front of the torso. Continue to just let those arms be like branches with a nice soft bend. But you're just kind of going with your motion here. Very good. A couple more on each side, and then we'll go back to hands away from the body. Good. Nice and slow. Arms away. Just allow the body to flow here. Beautiful. And then we're going to bring it down to a stop. Slowly bring your body all the way to a stop. Wonderful. All right, walk those feet in just a little bit. Let's go ahead and take your right hand onto the right hip. Left hand comes on up to the shoulder. We're going to go into a side stretch, reaching up and across. Follow the hand with your gaze. Start with having that hand turning up towards the sky. Back down, bend towards your left side, and then up and across again, reaching across, palm away from you. Up to the sky, Beautiful. One more time. This time we're going to bring that palm down. So now that palm's facing down as you peer up. Breathing here. See if you can just gently open up, turn that downside shoulder a little bit more to the sky, pull that top arm a little bit more behind you. One more breath, unwind, and switching sides. Left hand on the hip, right hand comes on up to that right shoulder. And where are we going to start? Palm up towards the sky. Follow that hand with your gaze, reaching across. Good. Coming down, bend towards your right side with that torso. And then nice long reach. Second time, palm up towards the sky. Stretching it out. Good. Bringing it down. This time we're going to rotate that palm so it's facing down towards you. Peering up, reaching across. Very good. Take your downside shoulder. So your left shoulder rotate so you can peer up past that right arm just a hair. Pulling that right arm back. One more breath and release. Excellent. Let's take it into a little side step arm swing here. Rotate those arms back, shoulders back and down. Try to have a nice long neck. Standing tall up out of the spine. Excellent. All right, we're going to get going with some overhead press today. Option of doing some thrusters if you weren't in classes yesterday. Before we jump into that, we're going to warm up the hips a little bit more. So let's go ahead and practice some balance as well. Set one foot down. Let's anchor down your right foot. Draw everything up and in through the core. Reach those arms out as you draw those shoulders back. Left foot's going to come off the ground and move into some ankle rolls. Very good. Watch those hips. They tend to kick out. See my balance there? All right. Find that spot. Try to grip the toes down as you reverse directions of the ankle. Good. So your right foot kind of want to be gripping into your shoe or ideally barefoot here. Good. Set that foot down. Same thing, other side. Anchor into the left. Draw everything up and in. And here we go. Ankle rolls. Beautiful. Gripping the foot of that left. Practicing the balance through the hip. Switch directions of that ankle roll when you're ready. Wonderful. Go ahead and set it down. Wide base stance here. We're going to open up those inner thighs. Shoulders back and down. Feet outside the hips. Reach those arms out and we're taking it into a little side lunge. Cossack stretch. Very good. Keeping those eyes straight on. And we want both feet to be anchored into the floor. So gripping the toes. Not coming off the sole of the foot. And watching the knee, especially the side you're lunging towards. Drive that knee out. Once more each direction. Shoulders back and down. Opening the inner thigh. Wonderful. Up to the center. Second time, second side. Reaching out. See if your body wants to sink into that single leg squat just a little bit more. Beautiful. Finish there. We'll walk it on in, back in. Quad stretch next. If you need a little support on your balance, grab onto a chair, stand next to the wall. Otherwise, lifting on up, coming onto one foot, grabbing that ankle, and we're going to hold here about 20 seconds. Keep a soft bend in that support leg and watch that you don't sway back. Good. As you're pulling your heel towards your glutes, see if you can focus to try to squeeze the glute on that side. Try to get it to fire. Couple more seconds. 2, 1, and switch. Set it down, hip circles in between sides. Loosen up those hips. Give a little relief to the low back. Excellent. I would say great time to smile. It feels a little funny when you start circling the hips around. Good. Reverse directions if I didn't say it. Same thing, other side. All right, going back to that quad stretch. Anchor your opposite leg down. Draw everything back up and in. Practicing that balance. And reaching for that other foot. Good. Keeping the thigh nice and neutral. Pulling the heel towards the glute. We'll hold here for about 20. Good. Just watch that you don't lock out that support foot. About 10 more seconds. Eyes up, chest up. Continue to pull that heel towards the glute. Trying to fire the bum on that side. And 2, 1. Go ahead and shake it out. Excellent. All right, your water bottle's nearby. If it's not, go grab it. Let's take a quick drink. All right, next we're going to warm up a few squats. As I was saying earlier, if you were in classes yesterday, we did a decent amount of squatting. So possibly pass by the squatting for today, sinking those hips down As you come into the bottom, if you're comfortable to go into that prayer position, palms together, knees work on the inside, or sorry, elbows work on the inside of the knees, chest nice and tall, and just watch so we don't just collapse down here. So I'm staying engaged, keeping some activation through that midsection, keeping the hips from turning under. Good. From there, reach those arms straight out if you can. Drive into your feet. Come on back up to standing. Excellent job. All right. Either an overhead press or a thruster. I'm going to kind of find a middle ground here. I did do the workout yesterday, obviously. So I'm going to go one overhead press without a squat, and then I'll do a thruster every other rep. Thruster is just simply coming down into a squat, taking it up to an overhead press. So you can either squat for every rep, you can join me with the every other, or you're like, yeah, I squatted yesterday, I don't feel like I need it today. Just work on your overhead press in general. All right, friends. So we're gonna have 3 rounds. You also wanna have your bands available. It's gonna be 40 seconds for each exercise, about 10 seconds in between each. And yeah, 4 sets total. So we'll go ahead and get started here in about 20 seconds. I recommend starting on your non-dominant arms. So if you have a side that's more challenging than others, try to start on that non-dominant side. 10 seconds. Grab the feet just underneath the hips, a slight toe out if you're going to be doing those squats. 2, 1, here we go. Pressing straight up, keeping those ribs down and in. As I mentioned, every other rep, I'm going to go a squat. Pressing up, squat, and drive up from there. Good job. Controlling down into that squat, driving straight up. Nice. Knees drive wide, feet stay planted. Very good. That's 30 seconds, 10 more to go. The idea of the thruster is to use a little bit of the momentum from the hips to drive up to overhead. And there's our 40, very good. 10 seconds in between sides. Bringing that other side, elbow up and in. 2, 1, here we go. Squeeze the glutes as you press to overhead. Option to add that squat in. Excellent. Get to pace yourself here, moving fast, moving controlled, maybe a little slower than others. Exercise doesn't have to be fast to be effective. Rather see good control and consistency in the range of motion. Excellent. That's 30 seconds. So 10 to go. And there's the 40. Beautiful. Go ahead and set the weights down. We're going to work on our cross crawl pattern next. First set here, I'm going to go march and punch, standing nice and tall. When you're ready, knees drive straight up, arms drive across the body. Try to exhale with that punch. Good. And you can move. Oopsie. I want to be opposite arm, opposite leg. Haven't seen myself mess that up in a while. Good. Opposite hand, opposite leg. Feel free to add that little hop in if you'd like. Or like a skip and punch. Or you can keep it nice and controlled. Good. 10 seconds left. We're going to our band pull aparts and shoulder openers next. Hands up by the level of the shoulders, eyes up, chest tall. 2, 1, and transition. Very nice. Grab the band. If you don't have the band, just mimic the motion without. Moderate grip on the band, arms reaching straight out. Soft bend those knees when you're ready. Opening through the chest. Chin stays in, ribs stay down. So we don't want to sway back here. Squeeze the belly, squeeze the booty. Exhale as you open. Inhale as you close. Nice. We want to really pay attention to, you don't want to roll the shoulders forward as you open. So think broad chest, just squeezing those shoulder blades together, closing it down. Beautiful. That's 30 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and turn this into a little bit of a shoulder opener next. Bring it down by the thighs and then up and back. This is the end of set 1. So we're just going to stretch it out a little bit before we get back to set 2. Pulling them back behind. Again, we don't want to go sway back here. Just let the band kind of guide your shoulders open. Bringing it down in front. and up and across. This time when you bring it back, add a little side bend to it. Bend to one side, and up in the middle, and one more time, take it the other way. Smile, and relax. Beautiful. All right, shake it out. We're gonna be back to the second round here in about 22 seconds. Round 2, overhead press, option of that squat built in. Make any changes you'd like to the weights you're using. 10 seconds, starting on your non-dominant arm. Bringing that elbow up and forward, midline nice and strong. 2, 1, and here we go. Pressing straight up. Option to have that squatted. Again, I'm gonna squat every other rep. You're welcome to squat every single rep. Check in with your body. Good. Feet firmly planted, midline nice and strong. Halfway through, trying to press that weight straight up to overhead. Beautiful. 30 seconds in. Nice smooth breathing. Maybe one more time. 2, 1, and rest. Beautiful. 10 seconds in between sides. Getting ready for the same thing. Opposite arm and begin. Good. Fun to see Georgie running around over there. Dogs are having fun. Hopefully the people are having fun as well. Moose is entertained here with his coconut butter bone. Wonderful job. We are over halfway. Keeping those eyes up, chest nice and tall if you're coming into that squat. And anyone doing that strict overhead press, you don't want to do that full squat, but you get stuck. You can do a little dip and drive, elevate up through there. All right, 2, 1, and there's our 40. Getting ready for that cross crawl. This time we're going to go alternating arm to opposite leg. You can either go straight arm, straight leg, or a little bit bigger challenge, elbow towards that opposite knee. When you're ready, 40 seconds. Exhale as you draw together, inhale as you open. Good. This is a balance exercise as well, so you want to make sure those hips are staying level. We don't want those hips kicking out to the side, and shoulders down your spine, chest broad. Good. Moving with control. Excellent. Yep. This can always be done faster, but your choice. You can get kind of rapid fire with it, or you can even make it harder by pausing, holding that elbow to the knee, and then opening. Hold it in and open. Last one, and rest. Awesome. Back to the bands. We're going to go diagonal pull aparts this set, about 20 seconds on each hand. So bring the feet just underneath the hips, draw the abdomen in, bring those arms straight out, and let's rotate to the left hand's on top. When you're ready, we're going to open here, squeezing the shoulder blades back and down, and close. Good. We'll go this way, 20 seconds, and then switch. Try to stay nice and tall. I've caught myself leaning to the side there. Beautiful. Almost there. A couple more. Close, open. Last one. And rotate. Turn the palms the other way. Now your right hand's going to go over the shoulder. Left hand's going to come down by the pocket. Good. Nice. Watch that the head doesn't protrude forward. So draw that chin in. Keep that belly tight. Engage the lower body as well. And 2, 1, and rest. Woo, good. It's going to bop up and down. Shake it out. Roll those shoulders around. Release any tension in that upper body. We're going to take a little bit longer break here. We'll go again here in 25 seconds from now. Round 3. This will be our third and final set. All right. Starting in 10 seconds. Non-dominant arm. Full squat. Or just simply that overhead press. Again, I'm going to be going every other rep for the squat. And here we go. Pressing up. Breathing through. This is all the squatting we have for today. We're doing some deadlift work in the next circuit with some push-ups. Excellent job. There's our halfway point. 20 seconds done, 20 seconds to go. Beautiful. Feet firmly planted, gripping those toes down, building some strength in the feet as well. Almost there. And 2, 1, rotate sides. Good job. Same thing, opposite arm. Elbow up and forward, midline strong. Ready, begin. Make sure you're breathing. Good. We want to avoid holding our breath through these movements. Just nice controlled breathing patterns. Excellent. Great overhead press, Sharon, looking strong. Good, we're almost there. Final 10 seconds. Woo! 3, 2, 1, and rest. Fantastic. We're back to that cross crawl pattern. You do either of the first variations that we did. We had that march and punch. We had the knee to the opposite elbow, or join me with the behind the body. So we're going to reach behind the body for the heel and step it side to side. Good. Activates that hamstring a bit more. Still challenges that brain with crossing the midline of the body. Yep. Lifting up. Obviously, this is balance work as well. Beautiful. Staying nice and tall, staying strong. All right. Final 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Great job. Grab those bands. We're going to go diagonal on this last set. Nice relaxed grip in the band. Reaching those arms out, rotate through the palms, and here we go. Left hand over the shoulder, right hand to the pocket. Chin in, nice long neutral spine. Engaging that lower body. Wonderful. 3, 2, 1, and pivot the hands. Now the right hand goes over the shoulder. Left hand down at the hip. Wonderful. Squeeze it back and down. There you go. Final 10 seconds. This will be into our first circuit. 2, 1, and rest. Good job. Hang on to your band. We're going to use it to open up those shoulders. Shake it out for a second. All right. Great work there. Keeping that soft, bend those knees. Go ahead and bring the arms up and back. Pull that band apart, open through the chest, but watch that we don't arch back here. And now with that open chest position, rotate. Looking over one shoulder, back to the center, and then rotate the other way, looking over that opposite shoulder. Very good. Back and front, up and back. And then you can just bring that band down behind the head and reaching straight up, kind of open up, squeeze those elbows back and down. Work on that overhead position a little bit more now with 2 arms. Good. As you press up, think like ring finger and little finger, kind of rotate them forward so that the shoulders don't rotate forward. Let me come a little closer to show you that. So as I push up, I don't want to be here with my shoulders. I want to be broad. So I kind of think about like rotating the band this way. There we go. A couple more here. Down, lift, rotate the ring and little finger forward. Beautiful. One more time. Down, up, and relax down in front. All right, go ahead and grab a drink. I see that, Kathy. I see your face here, but I don't know what's going on with the internet. Thanks for the message. Good to have you. All right, we're gonna do a little bit more stretching before we jump into the second circuit. We're getting ready for some deadlifts and some push-up practice. All right, so as we, hey Kathy, good to see you. We're gonna go behind the back stretch, open up that chest, and a little bit of a forward fold. So interlace the hands, draw the shoulders back, root down into those legs. We're gonna send the hips back and pull those arms right up over the torso. Holding strong in the midline. Nice deep breath, trying to send the air into the back of the rib cage as you exhale. See if your body wants to come a little bit closer towards the floor. 1 or 2 more breaths. Breathing in. Exhale, lowering down. Final 1. On that next inhale, go ahead and bring yourself back up to standing. Open up through those shoulders. Beautiful. All right, shake those arms back out. We're going to do 1 more toe touch, similar to the start of class. With the feet in, draw the abdomen in, hands on the thighs, chin to the chest, and then just nice and controlled here, sliding down. Seeing where your range of motion is here today. Is it comfortable for you to touch the ankles, touch the floor? If so, then when we do the deadlifts, probably appropriate to go all the way down, all the way up. If you're a little bit limited here in your flexibility, if it's tough to get below the shins or the ankles when we get into the deadlifts, pay attention to how your back feels, but maybe just go to that mid-range, bringing the weight to about the knee or shin height and standing from there. All right, 1 more stretch for the hamstrings and then we'll get started. Do our single leg good morning. So soft bend in those knees. Let's take your left foot, reach it out in front, heel down, toe up. We're going to draw the arms behind the head, draw the belly in, long spine here as you bow forward, pulling those toes back towards you, looking down towards the floor. Standing tall, looking straight ahead, long spine again, bowing down, chin in. So now we're mimicking that long spine position that we want to maintain with our deadlifts. Good, 1 or 2 more here. Saying hello to the hamstring on that left leg. Last 1. Fantastic. All right, come on up in between sides. Let's go a little hip circles 1 more time. Did them earlier on, just loosen up that spine. Good. 3 to 5, and then switch directions. All right, as you finish those hip circles, single leg, good morning, or deadlift on that opposite leg. So now your right leg, heel down, toe out. Make sure that left foot is anchored. Soft bend that knee. Reach behind you. Send those hips straight back. Ooh, hello. Just coming to where you feel a little bit of tension, pausing for a moment, and then coming back up to top. 3 to 5. Pulling the toes back on your right foot, looking straight down. Ooh, I feel this side down into my calf here today. All right, 1 or 2 more. And rest. Very good. All right, so we're going to have 45 seconds of each movement. As I'm talking here, go ahead and roll those wrists around because we're going to be down on the hands. Deadlifts for 45 seconds. Push-up practice for 45 seconds. And then we're going to roll onto our backs and practice that hollow body, that lower and upper core activation for the midline. We'll have about 15 seconds in between exercises and about 30 seconds in between sets. All right, go ahead and grab a drink. We're going to get started here in 15 seconds. So find a weight that you want to start with for the deadlift. I'm going to be doing 1 arm or 1 deadlift with the weight between me. If you have 2 weights you prefer to use, you may want to go on the outsides of the legs. Tall chest, and here we go. Hinging forward. Squeeze the glutes, standing straight up, stacking the shoulders over the hips. Very good. Nice, Kathy. Breathe into lower, exhale as you stand tall. Sometimes there's a tendency to lean back at the top to overarch that low back. So just think about standing straight up and down. Excellent. I want to hold the neck neutral with the rest of the spine. So I'm going to look down as I hinge forward. And then at the top, I'm still having that neutral neck position, but now I'm looking straight ahead because the neck follows the torso. Very good. We're almost to 45. That's 40. And 2, 1, rest and rotate. Good job. Set the weight down well and make your way to the push-ups. You can also work these push-ups elevated. I'm actually going to show that for the first set. Sometimes it's going to be better than coming off the knees because you have a longer lever. So when you're ready, elbows come back and down, chest lowers to your surface, driving straight up from there. It also kind of keeps moose out of my face. Elbows back and down, midline tight. Good. Want to get all the way through that range of motion as much as your shoulders will allow. Watch from winging those elbows wide. And we don't want that low back to arch. Don't let those hips drop down. Engage that midline. Very good. That's 30 seconds. I'm gonna come a little closer, see how we're looking. Nice, Sharon. Good, Kathy. Yep. Good elbow and shoulder position. 10 seconds left. Excellent job. Good. Doing some of those variation options here today. Coming down on the toes, up on the knees, and there's our 45. Go ahead and come onto your back. Let loose out. All right, as you lie on your back, you're gonna bend the knees to start. You can bring the arms up to overhead or down at your sides. When you're ready, you're gonna pull the belly in. You can lift the legs and the upper body. Think about making your body into a little boat, like the bottom of the boat where you're hollowing out, no arch in the back. Holding for as much as you're able. And then before you start to arch, just come back down to the floor and rest. If it feels like too much to lift the upper body, then just focus on that lower body, lifting those hips up, controlling the feet back down to the ground without arching. 30 seconds in, we're gonna work for another 15. If you feel like you wanna progress the motion, you can extend one leg straight out, keep one bent, and then alternating legs. Draw one in, extend the opposite. Very nice. And 3, 2, 1, there's our 45. All right, let's go ahead. We'll take a little bit longer here. Hug those legs into the chest. Give a little bit of a stretch for that low back before we jump up for round 2. Rock your body side to side. Good, you can bring the arms out to the side, 2 knee twists, bring the legs across, look over that opposite shoulder. And sweep them across one more time, looking over that other side. Good, and do once more each way. We've got just over 30 seconds till we're gonna start round 2. So once you even yourself out with the low back, feel free to roll over on the side, maybe come into down dog on your way up. Driving those hips high and just inchworming your way, feet to your hands towards your feet, coming on up. Very good. All right, 15 seconds, we'll be back for set 2. You can stick with the same weights, or if you have anything heavier to use, maybe go a little heavier on this next set. All right, standing nice and tall, make sure we're neutral through the middle. Ready and begin. Hinging over, squeezing the glutes. Good, coming down just a little bit more controlled than the up. So 2 to 3 seconds to lower, standing in about 1. Excellent. If you're ever rebuilding, coming back from any kind of injury or any kind of little tweak, then I go even slower on the down, really enforcing that motor pattern, sending the hips back, moving with control. We're activating that upper body, not to let the weight swing out away from us. So we're bringing it right down between or beside the ankles. Good, 40 seconds in. And 2, 1, there's that 45, beautiful. Coming down or staying elevated for your push-ups. Spread those fingers nice and wide, give a good support for the wrist. And when you're ready, here we go. Keeping those elbows in relatively tight to the sides. Body should be tight like a board. Nice strong plank position. The push-up is simply a moving plank. We'll still engage in that lower body. Bringing that chest all the way down. Right, and then let's show the hybrid motion. Down on the toes, up on the knees. Coming back to the toes. Beautiful. That's 30 seconds, 15 to go. If at any point you're like, man, this is starting to bother my shoulders, hold the upper part of the push-up. Hold that plank. Practice building some strength there. And we're almost done. 2, 1, and rotate, coming onto your back. Those hollows. All right. Upper body with the lower body, or just the lower body. 2, 1, come into that hollow. Really key here. No arching that low back. You can extend one leg, keep one bent. Try not to hold your breath as you do this as well. Try to breathe fluid. If anyone's having discomfort with the neck, you could also sub a dead bug here, where the head rests down. You extend the arms back, opposite arm, opposite leg, and then draw it together. 20 seconds left. So I would breathe in as I extend the opposite arm, opposite leg. Exhale as I draw it together. Breathe in as you reach. Exhale when you come back. Good. Or keep practicing that hollow. Less than 10 seconds. 2, 1, and rest. Woo! Fantastic. Go ahead and roll over on your belly. We'll do a couple press-ups before we come back to that next round and drop back into child's position. So squeeze the glutes, lift that torso up. Very nice. Up and down a couple of times, drawing the shoulders back and down, and really making sure you're firing the backside. Squeeze the glutes to protect that lower back. Good. Maybe one more up and down. And you can lift those hips up, drop the hips back, go ahead and take it into child's position. You have 40 seconds until we start our third and final round. Wonderful work. This is our second of 3 circuits. So when you're ready, make your way back up to your feet. 25 seconds till we start. All right, and if you'd like to go heavier, but you're challenged by having maybe odd weighted, I'm gonna go one arm heavier than the other, and then I'll switch halfway. So if you wanna follow me, we'll kind of challenge the body with some uneven weights. All right, third and final round starts in 2, 1, here we go. Good control, still activating the midline, sending those hips back. If you are using uneven weights, watch that you're not twisting. Breathing in to lower, exhale as you stand. Good, that's 20 seconds. So I'm just gonna turn my body around, get the same thing on the opposite side. Very nice, stacking those shoulders right over top of the hips. Looks great, ladies. And gents, if anyone's here on the recording, long spine, standing tall. Good, almost there. And 2, 1, and rest. Beautiful. Moving into your push-ups. Again, if you have a secure elevated surface to practice on, that's always an option. Starting your push-ups, and here we go. As you push away, still squeeze the booty. Sometimes we think about it as an upper body exercise alone, but that whole body is working, staying tight. Awesome. You get to where the upper body gets fatigued out, holding that top plank to finish. There's 30 seconds, 15 seconds left. Very good. Great to see you ladies getting stronger. Drive it away, controlling down in 3, 2, 1. Taking it onto your back for the hollows. Oops. All right, getting ready for that hollow position. What's our focus? No arching that low back. 3, 2, 1. Either those dead bugs are coming into a little boat. Breathing as you hold. The option to extend one leg, drawing it back, and extending the other. Good. You don't want to feel like your neck is straining, but you can also strengthen the front of the neck with this exercise. Anytime the upper body needs a break, just lowering it down. Coming back up. Whenever your body feels ready, quality movements over quantity here. We're 30 seconds in. Excellent. Almost there. 2, 1, and all done there. Awesome job. Stay on your back. Go ahead and lower your feet down to the ground. Take the feet about hip width apart, dividing the knees. Then we'll just gently windshield wiper the legs here, bringing both knees to one side, arms just out to the sides, up into the center, and lower the legs the other way. Let's get about 3 times each direction. Very good. Third time here. From this, we'll go back that double knee to chest, hugging those legs in when you're ready. Coming up in our final circuit, we're going to be working some bent over rows. So some single arm rows, a little bit of blood flow. And we're going to take out the get ups. So we're running a little bit short on time. All right, after that double kneaded chest, let's just do 5 glute bridges here. Help open up the front of the hips a little bit, shoulders back and down, push through your heels, gently elevate those hips up, squeeze the booty, holding at the top, and then relaxing down. Good, a total of 5. Invite you to close the eyes. Breathe nice and smooth, thinking about keeping some length in that low back as you elevate the hips up. Couple more. Glute bridges are excellent for activating and strengthening the backside, but also just a good mobility and hip opening exercise as well, opening the front of the hips. So if they're not formally in the workouts, I like to include little touches every class. All right, as you finish there, gradually make your way back on up to your feet. We'll grab some water and we'll get moving onto our final circuit. All right, great work. We're going to be having 40 seconds of work. We're going to start with your non-dominant arm, maybe left arm, single arm row from like a stagger stance. We'll be doing some blood flow work in between arms. And then we'll do some stretching in between rounds. That will kind of wrap up our hour here today. So about 10 seconds here. Go ahead and find the weight you want to start with for a single arm row. If you have that weight in your left arm, step your right foot forward, left foot back, and come on down, forearm on your front thigh. And starting in 3, 2, 1, drawing that elbow nice and high, reaching forward, looking straight down towards the floor. Breathe in as you reach, exhale as you draw that shoulder down the spine, elbow nice and high. Excellent. Depending upon the size of your weight, adding that pause at the top, helping to reinforce that shoulder blade in towards the spine. Good. Reaching forward, draw it high. 10 seconds left. That's our 30-second mark. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Excellent. Go ahead and come on up to standing. In between sides. Ooh, a little dizzy there. Working some blood flow. We're going to go our march and punch like we did earlier on in the hour. Knees nice and high, arms level to the shoulders. Good. And you can have this be a march here like I'm choosing today. If you want some faster heart rate, a little bit more challenge, add that skip in there. Just add that little bounce. Just kind of check in, see where your body is. I'm in recovery mode this week. Hiking the Grand Canyon last week. My body feels fine, but that nervous system's got to recover. So I like to be extra conservative when I come back from any kind of big adventures. All right, friends. 2, 1, and take a rest. Excellent job. Grab your weight, single arm row in the opposite side. So if you're picking up that weight in your right arm, it's going to be left foot forward, right up foot back. Long spine as you come on down. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Draw that elbow high. Nice. Breathe in as you reach. Exhale as you row. Just like with the deadlift, you want to hold that neck neutral. So chin in. Checking out the toenails of that front foot. Maybe they're painted, maybe they're not. Maybe you have some nice designs on your socks today. Very good. That's 20 seconds. 20 seconds left, halfway through. Upper body rows, one of our favorite exercises here, probably next to the squats. We need it with all the positions that we're in throughout the day. Forward shoulders are a part of it. Final rep and rest. Fantastic. Grab a drink of water. We're going to stretch in between sets. All right, we're going to open up those hip flexors and the upper body. So stagger stance, tricep side bend. Left foot forward, right foot back. Draw those ribs down as you reach that right arm up. Good. So we're going to send the back hip forward, bending that right elbow, reaching around, shift the hip, and then rotate towards that front leg. Squeezing that trail leg glute the whole time. Coming up out of that side bend. And then once again, shift the hip, squeeze the glutes, and gently bend to the side. You can take that left shoulder, rotate up, try to peer up towards the ceiling here. Good, go to an unwind. Shake out those arms and same thing, opposite side. Your left foot back, ribs drawing down and in. Find the balance. Left arm reaches up. Shift that back hip forward as you bend the elbow of the left arm, reaching around. Keep those eyes up, looking straight ahead as you bend towards your right. Good, a couple breaths here, coming back out of it, lifting up, squeeze that booty, that trail leg. One more time, bending down towards your right. And now we'll turn that down side shoulder, trying to peer up and over your left arm. Breathing there. And go ahead and unwind. Beautiful. All right, great job. 20 seconds, we'll be into our second round, back to that single arm row. Right. A little bit different weights. 10 seconds. Opposite leg is going to be forward. 2, 1, and begin. Tune in with that breathing. Breathe in to reach forward. Exhale as you draw that elbow nice and high. Awesome. Here comes the train, or there goes the train. Reaching forward, drawing it up. We're getting some nice rain today. We're going to have some snow this week, it sounds like. All right, 30 seconds in, 10 seconds left. Got to get out and up on the mesa to see those leaves before the snow falls. And 2, 1, and rest. Fantastic. Come back to the blood flow. All right, I'm going to keep the cross curl pattern going like we did earlier. So we're going to go elbow to the opposite knee, standing tall. Get some more touches. So remember the challenges. We can pause, try to hold it together, or you can almost turn it into like a rapid fire skip. I'm choosing that control. Really feel that midline. Squeeze it all in. Letting those hips stay level or inviting those hips to stay level. Good. 15 seconds. Keeping those shoulders down out of the ears. Wonderful. About 1 more on each side. Open. Close it down. And 2, 1, and rest. Good job. Opposite arm, bent over row. All right. 2, 1, and here we go. Neutral head. Nice long spine. Good. Should feel like you're working the midline a little bit as we're working the upper body as well. So continually holding that abdomen engaged, supporting the spine, but breathing as you move. Good, that's 30 seconds, 10 to go. You can still keep that pause in the top, squeezing that elbow nice and high. Last 1, 2, 1, and rest. Awesome job. Grab a quick drink, then we'll stretch. We're going to repeat the quad stretch this time. So if you need a little support on the balance, take it next to a chair, next to the wall. Otherwise, grip one foot down, draw everything up and in, reach those arms out, and we're looking to grab one foot. Pulling that heel towards the glute. Good. Soft bend on that support leg. You want to add the extra challenge here of that forward reach. You can reach it forward, driving that back thigh up. Find a spot straight ahead to focus on. Woo, 2, 1, make your way on out. Good job. In between legs. Okay, so I had my right leg. It was your left if you were mirroring me. Just kind of checking in. Wide base stance, open those inner thighs. There you go. Yeah, I'm just checking in because how many times have I done in between legs and then been like, which leg was I on? It happens to the best of us. All right, once you've evened out both sides there on that inner thigh, walk the feet back in. And now same thing, opposite side. Grip those toes down, draw everything up and in, grab the foot, This is all kind of part of our last circuit, a little bit of some cool down stretches all mixed in. We got one more round, bent over row, some of that cross crawl work, and then final bent over row. All right, 3, 2, 1, and shake out that foot. Excellent. So we're going to give 15 seconds and we'll be into that final round. Back to your non-dominant arm. Left for most of you, opposite leg forward. Ready, here we go. Last round, best round. So keep the focus. Good, smooth movement patterns. Working the basics here. But just like anything, we can always refine the basics of the movements. Even the most advanced athletes need to always practice their fundamentals. A lot of times they'll say that's what separates the best, is that they're not afraid to work all those basic elements. Beautiful. That's 30 seconds. 10 to go. Really training that shoulder blade to live back on the rib cage. Have a nice broad open chest and take a pause. Excellent. So we're going to do the behind the back cross crawl this time, where you're bending at the knee, grabbing for that heel. Feeling that hamstring activate. Hopefully it won't spasm and cramp on you. Keeping those hips level. If you can, try to grab that heel with your foot. Or grab the heel with your foot. Grab the heel with your hand. Whoops. Sometimes I can get it, sometimes I don't. Awesome. 15 seconds left. Staying as tall as you can. Good. Woo, almost lost my balance. And 3, 2, 1, and switch. All right, final bent over row. So grab that weight. More than likely your dominant arm. 2, 1, begin. Reaching forward and draw it up. Just tune into your breathing here. Got that imaginary friend pulling your elbow up towards the sky. Good. All right, final 10 seconds. Make them count. Pausing in the top. 3, 2, 1, and take a rest. Awesome job. All right, grab a drink. We're going to stay on our feet for the cool down. We're going to open up the upper body. Find a wall or a doorway, a tree if you get to be outside today. Want to open up the chest. So keep that elbow right about shoulder height. Anchor that forearm down best you can. Inside leg's going to step forward. Lean into that stretch. So you want to feel the chest start to open, and you're going to turn your torso away from that side. Reach that arm out, grip the hand down. And then as you'd like, that outstretched arm, just some nice smooth circles. Reaching forward, rotating back. Excellent. Good. And then we'll reverse directions of that outside arm, rotating it forward 3 times. There you go. When you're ready, you're going to rotate around. In between sides, you can stay at your wall here. I'm going to show you off the chair. We're going to do, we call it the wall overhead stretch. So I'm going to place the hands, chest, shoulder height, walk the feet back, and I'm going to lower my chest down, looking down towards the ground, drawing the belly in. Just get a nice opening for the shoulders and mid-back. Good. Sharing you with us, we're doing a stretch in between arms. Overhead wall stretch. There we go. She's into the pattern. Couple more breaths there. Feels really good. Stretching out the back of the legs a little bit as well when you're ready. Coming up out of that, and then we'll open up the chest on that opposite arm. Check in with where you position that elbow. Shoulder height. Anchor that forearm down. Lean into it, and then turn the body away. Just feel free to take some nice deep breaths. We add a little sigh to that breath, really kind of calming their body. When you're ready, rotating that outstretched arm 2 to 3 times each direction. Beautiful. And then rotate it forward a couple times. Fantastic. Alrighty. Join me. Feel free if you want to take a seat for this. We're just going to stretch out the neck and then we'll be all done. Those of you that are here for the basics class, feel free to join us for this little bit of neck release here to finish out. We did a lot of overhead work in the beginning, so I always like to give a little bit more attention to the head and neck. Starting with some lateral flexion, bending the neck to the side. And instead of thinking about dropping your ear towards the opposite shoulder, think about lifting your ear up towards the ceiling. So you want to think about elongating the side you're stretching away from as you draw that shoulder back and down. Back to center. Think about stretching long as you draw the shoulder back. You can even sit on the palm of that side. Good. One more time each way. The option to sit on the palm, lifting the ear up. If I were there with you, I'd just say lift up, lengthen. Good. Excellent. And back to center. And now we'll just gently bring the chin down to the chest and some gentle circles, rolling the head back. Up and around, up and back. Good. One more time, and then we'll switch directions. Same thing other way. Good. Got lost in my circles there. All right, super job. And then final little bit here. We're going to do 3 breathing exercises to finish. Not 3 exercises, 3 times 1 exercise. We're going to breathe in, elevate those shoulders up and into the ears. And now as we exhale, bring those shoulders back and down. Good. Elevate up, breathe in, and exhale. Pull them down, broad chest. Good. One last time. Breathe in and breathe out. Super job. All right. Thanks so much, everybody. Great to have you here. Keep your body moving. Keep your body hydrated. We'll see you next time.